The lunch rush at a small San Francisco restaurant was just beginning when something happened that no one on staff expected, an event that would shake the entire city by the next morning. 3 uniformed police officers walked into Hilda and Jesse, taking a seat by the window. They weren't loud, weren't rude, and didn't demand special treatment. They simply sat down, glanced at the menus, and waited to order. But within seconds, the room changed. A few servers whispered. One cook froze mid-step. The shift supervisor felt her stomach tighten. It wasn't the officers themselves, it was the weapons strapped to their belt. To the staff, the restaurant was supposed to be a safe space, a bubble of comfort where guests could relax, talk, and feel at ease. The presence of multiple firearms, even holstered, didn't sit well with them. After a quiet huddle near the counter, the decision was made. A server approached the officers, voice trembling but polite, and said, "Sorry, but we need to ask you to leave. Your weapons are making our staff uncomfortable." For a moment, the restaurant fell silent. The officers, surprised, but respectful, stood up and left without protest. But the real storm began the moment the owners proudly posted the incident on Instagram. In a caption dripping with certainty, they wrote, "3 armed uniformed SFPD officers came in to dine. Our staff felt uncomfortable with their weapons. This restaurant is a safe space. We politely asked them to leave." They added that police were welcome back only if they arrived off-duty, out of uniform, and without firearms. It didn't take long for the San Francisco Police Department to respond. Chief William Scott issued a statement that was both calm and deeply disappointed. "SFPD stands for safety with respect, even when respecting wishes that discourage us." But the public, they weren't nearly as composed. Within hours, the restaurant's Yelp page collapsed to 1 star. Comment after comment slammed the owners for hypocrisy, elitism, and disrespect toward officers who put their lives on the line daily. People began sharing their own bad experiences at the restaurant. Overpriced food, long waits, mandatory 20% tipping for equitable wages. Wages the owners apparently didn't want to pay themselves. "You claim this is a safe space," one reviewer wrote, "yet you remove the very people whose job is to keep you safe." Another added, "You ban weapons? Then turn in your kitchen knives and fire. Extinguishers, those are weapons too." The backlash grew so intense that the owners were forced into damage control, scrambling to explain themselves in interviews. They insisted it wasn't about the officer's profession, only the weapons. But no one believed them, and by the next morning, it was too late to reverse the damage. By the time the sun rose the next day, the owners of Hilda and Jesse realized they had ignited something far bigger than a simple restaurant dispute. Their apology, released hastily on social media, came too late, buried beneath thousands of angry comments. "We made a mistake," they wrote. "We handled the situation poorly. We are grateful to the officers who keep us safe, especially in these challenging times." But the internet wasn't in a forgiving mood. To the public, the issue went beyond a single restaurant refusing service. It became a symbol of a rising contradiction, crying safe space while pushing away the very people responsible for public safety. Critics pointed out that criminals don't follow weapon rules, only law-abiding citizens do. And if officers weren't welcome with weapons, what did that imply for everyone else inside? Some customers vowed never to return. Others demanded boycotts. Investors whispered about withdrawing support. Even longtime regulars expressed disappointment that a place known for brunch had suddenly stepped into a national firestorm. The owners had wanted to protect their staff. Instead, they exposed the uncomfortable truth. When police are pushed away, the ones who suffer most are the vulnerable, the very people safe spaces are supposed to protect. In the end, Hilda and Jesse didn't just lose a weekend of business. They lost trust, respect, and the illusion that good intentions alone can shield you from the consequences of your choices. The restaurant apologized. The police accepted. But the public? They didn't forget. And the story became a cautionary tale whispered across San Francisco about judgment, fear, and the cost of sending away help when you need it most.